How to store blackberry jam. Can it stay at room temperature, or does it need to stay in the refrigerator? Can you freeze it? In this video we bring some tips on how to store blackberry jam, to prevent it from spoiling too quickly. Tips for storing blackberry jam. Industrial blackberry jam in a closed jar can stay at room temperature, in a cool and dry place. Away from sunlight. Normally this type of jam lasts almost 2 years closed at room temperature without spoiling, as long as it's kept in the correct conditions. But pay attention to the indicated expiration date, as there are some industrial ones with fewer preservatives, their durability is a little shorter. Industrial jam after opened should remain under refrigeration in the refrigerator. Don't leave it at room temperature, as it's a perishable food and will spoil very quickly. After opened, national jams usually last about 2 months in the refrigerator. But there are some imported ones that can last almost a year in the refrigerator. Always check the information on the packaging. In the case of homemade blackberry jam, always store it in the refrigerator in an airtight container, never leave it at room temperature, as it doesn't contain preservatives. Homemade blackberry jam will last about 3 weeks in the refrigerator. Can you freeze blackberry jam? If you made homemade blackberry jam and don't intend to eat it all, you can indeed preserve the product in the freezer. But it's important to highlight that it may have a slightly different consistency after thawing, due to the water crystals that form in the fruit. Freeze by placing small portions in airtight containers. This way you take out only what you're going to consume and don't thaw everything at once. Be careful with glass jars, as they can crack when the jam freezes. The jam expands when freezing, and can break the glass. Blackberry jam will last about 6 months in the freezer without spoiling. To use, leave the jam jar from one day to the next in the refrigerator to thaw. If you decide on quick thawing in a water bath, be careful not to break the glass. How to know the jam has spoiled. Always check the appearance and smell. When it spoils it can lose its natural color, get an unpleasant smell, and foreign objects can appear. Noticing something wrong, don't risk eating it, not even mold, because it can be dangerous for your health.